Hello. Have you ever played a game called Mario? If you haven't, I'll give you the premise. A fat, sweaty Italian man jumps around and eats mushrooms to get bigger with the goal of saving a princess. Sounds like childhood fun, doesn't it? But the other day, I found something that will change the way I view Mario forever. I was at a yard sale when I saw what appeared to be a case for Super Mario 3D Land. But I asked the man in front how much it cost. He said $600.66. I thought that was a weird price, but I thought nothing of it. So I bought the game. I bought the game, but when I came to give him the money, he was gone. I looked around. I wasn't actually in at a yard sale at all. I was in the middle of the woods. I thought that was a little strange, but a free game was a free game. When I got home, I excitedly opened the case. But something weird happened. The entire case was full to the brim with blood. It just sprayed everywhere, like it had been held in. It didn't seem to damage the cartridge, though. But despite the fact that the cartridge was red hot when I touched it, I figured it must be a bootleg copy. When I plugged the cartridge into my 3DS, instead of saying Nintendo, it said Evil Tendo. That was weird, I thought, but it must be a glitch. Everything looked normal up until the first level. Mario was in a room instead of the happy, fun game he was usually in. The room looked familiar. Then I realized it was my room. I looked up from my DS, and sure enough, there was Mario. He looked hyper-realistic. And he said, "Ha ha ha, I'm real, and I need to tell you something. The reason I grow when I get mushrooms is the mushrooms are actually drugs." I was horrified. Mario had been doing drugs this entire time. "Please, Mario," I yelled. "Drugs are bad. You can't do this." I'm literally shaking and crying right now. But he just jumped out my window. Wahoo! I saw him backwards long jumping down the street. I looked back at my game and it was on the game over screen, but instead of the words game over, it said fuck you. I was horrified. I immediately ejected the cartridge and put it back and flushed it down the toilet, but then my toilet turned into blood. I looked around and my entire bathroom was made out of blood. That was when I realized that I'd been dead this entire time. I was actually one of the kids from Ed, Edd and Eddy, who was in purgatory. No. Yeah, it's just a thing I'm doing. And that's when I knew that I should have voted for Bernie Sanders. Now, in conclusion, I need to tell you this. Super Mario fucking weed. Weed and Mario, the mushrooms. Remember to like, subscribe, rechomble, click on, add me on Grendler, and Brendify, and, yeah.